let's go check this out. This is the tweet that I saw earlier today. And it said, Philip, people are talking about you because your, quote, honest thoughts were actually just lies. Oh, you know what? Let me actually expand this out a little more. The way you said, I'm not going to watch this just yet. The way you said things happened didn't happen. The way you presented them, quote, to your audience and got called out with the receipts attached. This is accurate. And then here we are. We have Rich saying, Phil, you lied and got called out for it. Stop with the, quote, meaningful positivity bullshit. You slandered Stuttering, Craig, and got exposed for it. No one attacked you. Please stop playing the victim again. Okay. So like I said, I've only watched a couple seconds of this. As Nobody Cares Man came in with the 10 Norwegian or 100 Norwegian krones. Hashtag monetize the haters. Says, couldn't show up for the podcast or see you finish Super Mario 3 because following an American as a Euro is hard. But say it with some passion. See you. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. See you. Okay. All right. There you go. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. By the way, a lot of you guys seem to like you enjoyed the conversation with Rich today. I'm glad you guys did. But so here we go. Like I said, I've only watched a few seconds of this. So here we are again. Mario isn't moving. Why isn't Mario moving? Huh. That's weird. Well, I don't know what's up with Mario tonight. Well, that's okay. We'll keep going. Here we go.
I don't care.
Make sure I get this pulled up in my ears. Make sure you guys can hear it all right.
All right. I can.
And by the way, it's soft in my ears too. Oh, here we go. Let me pull it up all the way.
I don't care. All right. I can share my honest thoughts with my audience. All I care about is what happens on this show with you.
Allow me to translate as we go through. All I care about is what happens inside my bubble. And anything else outside my bubble, I don't want to hear about. I will translate.
I don't care about any of the white noise bullshit of these idiots on the outside who are riding the coattails and just trying to get any kind of a toxic rise. Again,
was he talking about me? Was he talking about Rich? Was he talking about duty? And at what point have I ever in my entire 17-year career online, after I did take a little time off, at what point have I ever been considered toxic? Ever. At what point have I ever in my entire life been considered toxic? Never. I actually created a character that was built to be so toxic that it was ridiculous, called Evil Craig. The entire point of that character was to mock the toxic nature of the internet, the ridiculous, angry people on the internet. I'm not angry. I'm not toxic. I'm honest. And if toxicity is honesty and honesty is toxicity, you need to readjust your thoughts there, Phil.
idiots on the outside who are riding the coattails and just trying to get any kind of a toxic rise. Again, if you're someone who's in your 40s,
I'm in my 40s.
and it seems like the only content that anyone cares about that you put out is toxic shit.
Is this the only content you guys care about? Is toxic shit?
That makes fun of other people. I think it's time to look in the mirror and reassess where you are.
Should we look in the mirror? Should we do it? Is this all you guys care about? Is this all you guys? Is this the only reason why you guys follow me? If it is, it's okay. Wow. Hashtag monetize the haters. As Tyree came in with the $2 super chat, says hashtag monetize the haters. Hashtag Sir Straw Hat came in with the $2 super chat, says, how loud is your voice in that echo chamber, Phil? Hashtag monetize the haters. Hey, thank you so much, Sir Straw Hat. I greatly appreciate that. Let's go.
Seems like the only content that anyone cares about that you put out is toxic shit that makes fun of other people. I think it's time to look in the mirror and reassess where you are. Perhaps you're a failure.
Oh, shit. Shit. I mean, okay. So Hold on, I got to make sure I heard this again.
Perhaps you're a failure.
Oh, he did. He said it. He said it. He said it. Dark Side Phil, who was offered $50,000 as a starting fee to start a podcast, has labeled me, Rich, Duty, everybody as failures. Shit. Fuck. I'm going to have to go back and just disregard starting a company from scratch and building it to literally billions of views, starting a convention, publishing video games, selling a ton of merch, launching the careers of tons of people, and then selling that company. It's just abject failure. He's right. Can we just give it up? Give it up for Phil. I lost. Phil's the winner. Fuck.
And that's why it's the only reason people care about you is because you
the cat jumps up in the background. That's so good. That's so good.
People care about you is because you make fun of others, right? Just saying. And there's a lot of people out there like that today on YouTube.
Okay, hold on. Can we just take a step back? I don't think anybody is necessarily making fun, right? This whole thing didn't start with making fun of anybody. Like, this whole thing 2 months ago didn't start with anybody making fun. It actually was the complete opposite. It was taking him too seriously, taking him seriously to the point of doing hours and hours and hours and hours of research on this guy and asking basic questions. There's nothing about making fun. The only reason I talk about this guy, the only reason I talk about him, is because he talks about me. And for a guy who wants to stay out of drama, sure likes to stick his nose in the mud. It's amazing. Metastep came in with the popcorn emojis. Thank you so much, Metastep. And King Cosma with the 5 says, you got to love how insanely big Phil can talk when he's in his echo chamber, but as soon as he's actually talking to someone, he gets so passive. Is Phil live right now? Do we stream at the exact same time? If we're streaming at the exact same time, there is zero reason why we should not be talking to each other. Once again, the invite is always on. The always on. Cajun Corey came in with the $4.99, says, hashtag monetize your haters. Thank you so much, Cajun Corey. Platypunk came in with the 5, says, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the biggest failure of them all? DSP, the Lord God King of Fools, if you recall, hashtag monetize the haters. Let's continue. Hey, thank you so much, Platypunk. Thank you so much, Cajun Corey. Thank you so much, everybody.
There's a ton of people who are like that, and I'm not going to be a part of that community.
As a matter of fact, nobody's asked you to be a part of that community. As a matter of fact, I have no interest in being a part of that community either. What I have interest in is just talking through differences. That's it. That's it.
I'm here to have positive and fun content with you.
You're right. You're right, Citric19, Adam. Says your career began when you had Phil on. This is true. Hey, thanks, Phil. Appreciate that. Thanks for everything. My rise to stardom. Evan came in with the $55. Evan, I'm going to give you another red sticky. I'll put it up here in a little bit. Evan came in with the $55 super chat. I'm writing your name down, Evan. Boom. You're going to go on the wall. Said, I feel sad for Phil. I used to be like him. I had excuses for my failures. I felt like a loser all the time and never had joy. I wish the dude could change. I changed. I accepted reality, and since then, I moved on from success to success. Let's freaking go, Evan. Hashtag monetize the haters. Let's go. Good Lord. Congratulations, Evan. Listen, you're a stud. Evan's a stud. Straight up. It's ridiculous. Cream NATO says, I have a friend who is like a personality doppelganger for DSP. Please pray for me. Not your friend, Cream NATO. Evan, came in with the $4.99. Says, if you need a Phil palate cleanser, I mocked up what the Craig versus DSP fight would look like on Twitter. Extra zero. I think I saw that. As a matter of fact, I need to pull that up. Which a lot of people were talking about if I was to fight Phil. Which when he makes comments like this, you know, like I said, I'm 41. I have no interest in fighting anybody. But if there was one person who I would fight and it had a big enough purse attached to it, I may consider it. But my wife would be really pissed at me. I'll say that much. But I'd murder him. I mean, he would lose so quickly. I'm 6'4", 235 pounds. I would lose probably 25 pounds of fat. I'd gain 5 to 10 pounds of muscle. I would teach it so seriously. It's ridiculous. Serial came in as a first-time super chatter. Thank you so much, Serial. Says, Phil has always had a problem where he insults his viewers when they suggest improvements on his stream. Like when someone suggested Phil's O-face from a fappening as an emote a few years ago. Oh, he didn't embrace it? Oh, man, that's rough. That's rough. Slay came in at the 20 pounds. Says, I don't think you realize this, Craig, but DSP has a moral compass. He used to be Catholic, but isn't practicing anymore. Still has a moral compass, though. Also has a Oedipus issue because he keeps calling his wife mom all the time, live. Okay. All right. And Tarvis Bog came in with the membership. Says, does anyone agree that Phil has a very punchable face? Especially when he starts barking all the BS and acts like he has a moral high ground. Like, I'm not one to talk. I'm not one to condone violence at all. No, I'm not. I refuse. I think it's stupid to fight. You know, unless you're like making money doing it. You know, like there's no reason to fight. Whatever. Weld fuck says, quick heads up. Phil is riding big money high because he's been receiving $300 per day this week. Never mind, he's already spent $3,000 on champions. Wow. Phil's made $300 a day this week? Good Lord. That is absolutely ridiculous. And I'd also like to remind everybody, if you could please help me monetize the haters, that'd be outstanding. Listen, there's no way we can let Phil top us today. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, my God. Toxic Jerry just came in and says, I love that that you're becoming more of a detractor. It's beautiful to see. You've monetized this hater, dude. Now take this money from me. Please make sure Blab gets a cut of this positivity. Thanks you so much, Toxic Jerry. Toxic Cherry Juice. Appreciate that. Sir Straw came in with 100 bits, and we're going to continue this video here in just a second. Says, you know that meme, I reject your reality and substitute it with my own? That's what Phil seems to be doing on a regular basis, to the point that it's almost gaslighting. 100%. One of the biggest gaslighting people I've ever seen in my life. Jonathan Herbert says, the difference between DSP and a bucket of crap? The answer, the bucket. Okay, Jonathan, thank you so much. Hashtag monetize the haters. Let's go. Okay, let's continue on. Here we go.
And that's part of that community. I'm here to have.
He refuses.
Positive and fun content with you.
Okay.
And that's what I'm all about. That's what I mean when I say meaningful content, productive, not destructive. That's meaningful content to me.
Sounds like a good buzzword. Productive, not destructive.
Content that I can put out and I can say, I didn't hurt anyone today. I didn't have a giant segment tearing someone down, making fun of someone, being a jerk to someone, hurting someone, so that people would laugh at them and then send me money.
Once again, I'm not laughing at you, Phil. I want to be very clear. I'm not laughing at you, right? At all. I feel sorry for you, Phil. I feel sorry that you refuse to step out of the bubble, that you refuse to see what literally the entire world sees. The entire world sees it, yet you refuse to take any sort of criticism. It's funny, leading up to this, and over the last 2 months, I've constantly seen this. I've done nothing wrong thing. It's been a constant thing. I've done nothing wrong. And I was like, what is that? But then I've slowly realized, that obviously that's like the DSP tagline. I've done nothing wrong. What have I done? It's not me. It's everybody else but me, right? It's everybody else but me. I am dead serious when I say this. I ran this poll yesterday, maybe it was today, whenever it was. I ran this poll on Side Scrolls, and I was talking about how I honestly feel the detractors of DSP, most of them, want Phil to be successful, right? Want him to turn his life, wants what's best for him, right? But he's kind of a train wreck, and it's tough to watch. Now, that poll, I was wrong. It was about 33% want what's best for him, 66% don't, right? I get it. I'm not right all the time. I'm not hardly right ever, right? But to see how much you can just keep the wool over your eyes when literally everybody is saying the same thing to you and you don't want to hear it. I just don't understand it. Just don't understand it. And I'll never understand it, ever.
I didn't do that. Instead, I had fun, meaningful conversations about myself and my life with my audience. And guess what? We still had a great, successful stream.
Now, if he didn't make money, would that have been a successful stream? And that's a logical question. If he didn't make $300 a day, would he have a successful stream? So just asking. Just question.
With my audience. And guess what? We still had a great, successful stream. So it looks like it can work. You can actually be successful by being positive and not a toxic jerk. It's just that sadly a lot of people on YouTube aren't willing to do the hard work to figure that out.
Oh my God. I don't ever want to hear this guy ever talk about doing the hard work to figuring out to what being successful is. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Like, the idea that anybody who has been doing the same thing for 18 years and chastises other people doing the same thing and still, once again, on level 1, accurate depiction, right? Chastising people for not willing to do the hard work. That's insane to me. Insane to me. Look, I got news for Phil, right? I beat this YouTube game. I've won. I got the princess, right? I beat the game. Phil's never done that. It takes hard work. It takes perseverance. It takes ingenuity, right? It takes nights till 3 a.m., waking up at 6 a.m., going hard. And you think, oh my God, that drives me crazy when anybody oh man, man, that is insane. Insane to me. Oh, I got to hear it again. Got to hear it again.
It's just that sadly a lot of people on YouTube aren't willing to do the hard work to figure that out. They just want to bring others down because that's the easy way out. Well, I'm not that kind of person. You understand? I'm not going to be that kind of person. I never will be.
He's trying to take the high ground. He's doing his best to take the high ground. He's saying, look, I'm taking the high ground here because I'm not going to talk about these idiots online who want to talk about me, when he's talking about these idiots online who are talking about him, who were only reason talking about him was because he was talking about them. That's it. That's it. Man, hello. Kettle calling the pot black. Hello. Oh my God. Panda Paradise helping hashtag monetize the haters with the 220 says dark side Phil, the human virus. Rise FM came in with the $20 super chat. Says never forget Phil's biggest claim to fame is whacking it on stream. Hashtag never forget. Canis Corner came in, says with the 5, says Phil reminds me of my late teens, early 20s of my late teens, early 20s. Difference is I engaged in real life and I grew up. He both annoys me and worries me about that. I agree. Big Top came in with the 8, says, let the hate flow through you. I will not. I refuse. Thank you so much. I don't know why the alert notifications aren't going off tonight. I'm sorry. Bummer. Shady J came into the 250, says, I would be the richest man on the planet if I got a quarter for every time that lame ass uses the words chill, positive, and meaningful. Also, honest people don't need to keep telling people that they are honest. Hashtag monetize the haters. Thanks so much, Shady J. Accurate. Invader came into the 2, says, Phil needs to look in the mirror. He's being toxic. And Jerry came in with a $9.99 super chat. Says, Dave, say your name, Crag and Chatham. How do you like your new name? Monetize the hate. Hashtag monetize the hate. I don't mind the name Chad or Crag or Dave or Jimmy or whatever. You guys call me whatever you want. I could care less. Porsche Rump came in with the $4.99. Says Phil's Achilles heel has been that he's super jealous of anyone who's more successful or popular than him and makes fun of them if they have a scandal. That's the thing I don't understand. There's a saying, right? Especially online. What is it? A rising tide raises all boats. I believe that's the proper saying. I could get a word wrong in there. But the idea is that as the ocean rises, all of the boats or creators rise, right? I want truly everybody on YouTube to succeed. I want there to be multi-million-dollar deals handed out for exclusivity. I think what happened with Pat McAfee today is insane. The fact that he went from a show on Barstool and then launched an ultra successful show on YouTube and is now going to get paid millions to broadcast that exact same show on ESPN. Awesome. Let the idiots pay. Let ESPN pay. They are idiots, right? Because he was going to do the show anyways. And they're just going to pay for the rights. And it's going to have, I want stuff like that to happen because ultimately it benefits me and it benefits Rich and it benefits Camelot and it benefits Phil. It benefits truly everybody. Success raises everybody up. And I don't know how anybody cannot see that. Reborn Bladder comes into the 5, says, I wonder what he would do if you invited him on via email. That's the way to do it, right? He's so insufferable. Yeah, I'll email him again. I literally will email him again. Hey, Phil, let's do it. I'll do it on your show. We're live at the same time. Let's freaking go. Your call, man. Chayo came into the 5, says, came home from work with a massive headache, but had to tune in long enough to help hashtag monetize the haters. Big ups to you and all the tractors out there. Hey, thank you so much, Chayo. Anthony came into the 5, and I'm sorry about the headache, buddy. Anthony says, he made $2,000 today and spent it on WWF champions. Is that true? My God. Man, who are these people? Bloody came into the $6.99, says, Phil has beat something, but it wasn't YouTube or his demons. Ooh, shit. Torvis came in with the 5, says, he actually fapped for a second time and tried to blame it on Mario. He forgot to mute his microphone that time. Really? Hashtag monetize the haters. Is that true? I didn't know about that. Willie came in and says, I'll fight Rich and the quartering back to back. Says, Fig style for no money. Make it happen, Craig. I don't think I want to do that. I don't want to do that for you. Man, that's crazy. Man, Aaliyah says he did make $2,000 today. Wow. Hey, that's some positive content right there. That is awesome. Good. Hey, like I said, good for him. Good for him. Awesome. Borak says, no, Craig, so many bad things happen to good people that I have no sympathy or pity for Phil. I refuse to hope something good happens to a truly bad person. Rise of Him says his PayPal account is full of positivity. Here we go. Let's continue on. Got about 45 seconds to go.
I'm not going to be that kind of person. I never will be. I've definitely changed from my early days of YouTube where I didn't care what I said and did. I've done a total 180, and I'm going to be a positive and fun influence as long as I can for you guys, all right? I promise you that. I will do my best. I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes and flaws, but I'm going to do my best to, have a good time with all of you and give you meaningful content that I think is worth you watching, okay? Now,
has anybody actually asked, what is meaningful? What does he mean by meaningful? Is it changing people's lives? Is it are they just along for the journey with him? What does that mean? And that's a question I would ask him if we had that conversation. What does meaningful content mean? I think that's a logical question. Noel says, you asked that. Did I ask that? Did I ask that exact same question? Platypunk says, If you want to dive deeper into DSP's BS, try reaching out to Slow Beef. No, I don't. That's the thing. I don't want to dive deeper into this. I truly don't. Oh, let's continue.
There very well be people who will literally react to what I just said.
Hashtag monetize the haters.
I don't care. I don't give a shit what they have to say, and you shouldn't either. If you like these streams and this content, all that white noise bullshit doesn't matter. Because that's all it is. A bunch of little babies screaming at the wall to get more money from stupid people.
What? Did he just say that? Did Phil just say that? Did Phil just say that? Do you really think he truly, from the, I suspected it. I was 95% there throughout the interview. Especially during the Keem thing where he came on and he was talking about Keem, and he was essentially just projecting, but he truly has no self-awareness. None in this situation. It is insane. Showtime says, raid his chat. He'll have a meltdown. Upus says, Crag, am I stupid? Is it true? Upus, you're incredibly dumb. No, Upus. Oh my God. Wow, that is insane. Joel says, Craig is seeing what we see on the daily. Dark Side Pick him into the 2 says, it's like a faucet, my dudes. Oh my God. Wow. All right. Bob says, you got to be subbed for 24 hours. Good for you. I actually am subbed to Darkside Phil. Cyril came in and says, see, there he goes, insulting his viewers again. Let's go back and take a listen to what he said really quick. And we'll finish this off.
White noise bullshit doesn't matter. Because that's all it is. A bunch of little babies screaming at the wall to get more money from stupid people. Just ignore them. They don't matter to anyone, especially me. All right? That's all I have to say about that.
The sheer amount of self-awareness is zero. None. Zilch. Nada. His ability to look at everybody and project is the most fascinating thing. I mean, I get it. I understand you all. I, more than ever, I get it. It's insufferable how much he lacks self-awareness. I cannot believe it. Look, we get it. This whole shit, this monetized hater thing, it's funny, right? It's funny. It's a bit, right? I'm self-aware. I get it. It's a bit, right? But that's I have such a hard time wrapping my head. I am on board with helping truly anybody. But you have to want to be helped, and you have to get out of your little bubble. And the idea that he's sitting here and saying, I only care about what's happening right here, right? He is the personification of what's wrong with the internet keyboard warrior. It's insane. Except he just does the live stream. He's in such his little bubble. And by the way, I'm not even talking to you. I'm just talking to myself right now. I'm trying to walk myself through this process of what have I watched? The Creamnado says the advice isn't bad, but it's rich coming from him. Right. You're 100% right. It's actually excellent advice.